gosh, it smells so good. How's that? Now I can have some nice jasmine smelling. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be able to make this video to share one of my favorite flowers with you today. This is the Sambac jasmine. Now there are different types of jasmines out there. There's the night blooming jasmine, the star jasmines, the ones in Southern California. I've seen a lot of public space where they would grow them as a hedge or even on a vine. So all types of jasmines have a really strong fragrance. Sambac jasmine or the Arabian jasmine, even the Grand Duke of Tuscany, you know, there are a few different varieties of the Sambac jasmine that have a different type of scent. And this smell is just really different to me. It has a really light floral scent. It really helps to clear the mind and calm the nerves, and even takes me to the spiritual level, you know, when I smell this. And it's actually a very sacred flower. In a lot of Buddhist temples, they would actually offer these flowers to the deities. They would even string these flowers like a necklace and wear, like put it on the gods and the, you know, Buddha and the statues. You can also buy them to wear too, of course. So they are available in a lot of Buddhist temples. I have a lot of, you know, fond memories of this flower. Growing up, once a year, my family would take this trip and we would sail to the middle of, you know, there was this island with a Buddhist temple. And so the adults would, you know, do the whole adult chatting thing while I like to wander off by myself to this little part of the garden that would have jasmine in bloom. And I remember how, you know, that wonderful smell of jasmine just really just brought so much joy to me. They are native to Southeast Asia, tropical areas, even India especially. So this is a flower in, you know, Southeast Asia. They use it to make perfume. We put it in like jasmine rice. They would actually, you know, put into the rice somehow to really bring out that smell in that fresh cooked rice. Sometimes people think of jasmine, but I gotta tell you, when you grow fresh jasmine flowers and right when the rice is almost ready to be served, you can put a few fresh flowers inside, you know, and kind of let it steam with the rice. And I gotta tell you, that smells really good. There's also jasmine green tea. There's just so many different things that we love, you know, incorporating the jasmine fragrance in. There's 2 jasmine plants that I'm growing here, and I intentionally place them right next to the window so that whenever they're in bloom, the room can smell it. Also, just about 1 to 2 flowers of this Grand Duke of Tuscany. This entire strip of the garden, you can smell it. It has a really strong smell, but at the same time, it is not overpowering. It doesn't give me a headache like some flowers would if I smell too much of it. Jasmine is a really hardy plant. It's a little, it kind of sprawls over, but it's not quite a vine, you know, so it's kind of like a tomato where you have to train it to, you know, make it grow vertically. Otherwise you can prune it to make it more full like a bush. So I've decided to make this video because I have never seen this plant bloom and have so many buds that are about to bloom before. I've planted this for about 1.5 years now, and it's never had so many on this plant. So a big shout out to Climate Guard. Thank you for letting me test out your fertilizers. So far I have been seeing good results with it. I have been using a lot of worm castings, you know, some Dr. Earth fertilizers around the garden. They respond really well to it, but I think this jasmine seems to need a little stronger boost than that. And so after I put some of that, just kind of spread it around this area. I've been watering it regularly, so nothing's really changed except for adding the fertilizer in this soil. And I am so excited to be sharing this flower with you. So come on close. I want to show you what the Grand Duke of Tuscany actually looks like. Here is the Grand Duke of Tuscany. It looks like a little rose, really, right? This one has so many more petals than the other kinds, and the smell of just one flower is just so much stronger than the other ones. Although they have the same scent, but this one, just one flower, has a much stronger scent. Oh my gosh. It literally reminds me of jasmine green tea because this does have a little bit of earthy tea tone and with that floral scent. So I can see this, you know, with green tea, like tea and jasmine really is a match made in heaven. So jasmine is a pretty hardy flower to grow. It's hardy down to like zone 9 in the winter time, and it's root hardy in zone 8. So if you protect it really well, it should come back up in the spring for, you know, colder places. But out here in zone 10, this grows, it slows down in the winter, but it, you know, never has any issues of the cold here. And you know, I can water it frequently, obviously not sitting in soggy water all the time, but in the winter I don't have to back up watering it as much as some other tropical plants around here because the roots are not super sensitive. The soil likes to stay moist, and it definitely likes to be in a sunny position. I've had a lot of success in part shade also. The other plant I'm going to show you in just a bit is actually in, it gets like late afternoon sun. So let me show you guys a little closer to this beautiful jasmine. Oh gosh. So here is one that I have never seen such a big bloom before. This thing is practically a bouquet. This one grew behind the trellis, and the bloom is so big, it's stuck. So the only way I can remove this to show you is to cut it. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. So I'll have a bouquet to enjoy in the house. Oh my gosh. You guys, look at this. Thank you. So the only thing I don't like about this flower is that it lives for much too short of time. It grows and it blooms most time of the year in Southern California. Basically, whenever you get like warmer weather, they would just keep blooming, and it's a perennial. But the thing is, each flower does not last very long. It's about two to 3 days, and then you'll start seeing it browning. Look how gorgeous this is. This thing is so big. It is like it's a bouquet within itself, isn't it? I have never seen a huge flower like this. It's got like, how many flowers is in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, at least a dozen of flowers here. So thank you, Climate Guard. I'm really loving the fertilizer. You know who else is loving the fertilizer? The mouse. Because all the stuff been growing so fast, they have been enjoying. Thank you. How's that? You know what? I just got this idea. Better not cut my hair. How's that? What do you guys think? Wish I was going somewhere with this. This is the Arabian jasmine. You can see it's a much smaller jasmine, but it's still just like perfume. It smells really good. Oops, just dropped one. And then the flowers, as it ages, it kind of turns into this nice deep purple. Look at that. Here's a nice fresh flower. So when they're harvesting to roast the tea, they would harvest these buds, the ones that are just about to open in the early morning. And this jasmine sadly was neglected for a while, and so the leaves were a bit yellow. I just gave it some Climate Guard, and they started having some blooms again, and the leaves are slowly greening up. right there. Leaves are greening up right there. And speaking of jasmine, I want to share another flower with you guys, and this is the Cashmere bouquet. Some people call this like the fake or the faux jasmine or something. It has a little bit of a jasmine and a gardenia cross, I think. It smells really good too, but the smell is not as clean and it's not as light as the Sambac jasmine, in my opinion. You can see the ants love them too. This one's got like fuzzy leaves. They definitely look like the Grand Duke of Tuscany jasmine, don't they? This one is really wild. Like this one likes more shade than the regular jasmine. But like the roots would just send out new shoots. I thought I'd show you guys how a tea plant looks like. This is a camellia. Sorry if this is not really stable. I'm holding a tripod, you guys. Oh, it's quite heavy. So this is basically the tea plant. Let me switch around and show you guys. This is a camellia. Usually you would pick the super young growth that's almost translucent. It's the two little, like, you know, leaf buds. That's the one they would pick, and they would pick so many of those to roast for tea or even do like a fermented, you know, process for the tea. Right now, what I've been growing for is just to pick the raw leaves, and I would soak it in water to drink the tea that way. I also use it to wipe my face, like kind of like a toner. So I can actually infuse this and the jasmine together and kind of use it like a toner, put it in some distilled water. So thought I'd let you guys know what the tea plant looks like. Thank you guys for joining me out here today to share one of my favorite flowers. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are growing jasmine too, or what is your favorite flower to grow. I'd love to know. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification button. You can follow me on Facebook or Instagram, where I do some more instant updates to share with you that way. If you would like to support my work, you can also go check out my website at wendiland.com. I'll leave the links of everything that I've mentioned in this video in the box below. Thank you guys. Happy gardening. See you right back here very soon. Bye.